bite us.
Get down!
When my wife saw me in this dog's body and didn't recognize me, I could only run to my son. I pressed against the car window hoping he would call me Dad, but my wife ignored me and drove off. Unwilling to give up, I chased her for miles until I reached that familiar house. I pressed my face to the glass at the door. At Brian's pleading, Carol finally agreed to take me in. Back home, I wanted so badly to tell them I was Thomas. So while playing with my son, I hid a toy under the bed on purpose.
My dad used to do that.
Brian was amazed, but still didn't see I was his father. The next day, I put on the clothes I once wore in life to remind Carol, but she only smiled. When she lifted that old hat, her eyes turned sad. I could only bow my head and stay quietly by her side. That moment, I knew, no matter how close I was, she would never recognize me. Then a man appeared that made my blood run cold. My memory told me he had something to do with my death. I bared my teeth and lunged, but he tossed me out the door. It was pouring rain that day. Brian pitied me and secretly brought me back again. That night I saw the man and Carol acting far too close. All I felt was rage and the urge for revenge. The next morning when he left, I followed him quietly. He led me back to my old office. The desk that once was mine now belonged to him. Suddenly his phone rang. Carol said Brian was missing. He rushed off to find him. In the car, I leapt out and sank my teeth into his arm. The car spun out of control and slammed into a pillar. I was thrown from the car. The heavy crash brought back all my memories. Jeff was my old partner. We had split apart over work. I ran after him to explain, but a truck came barreling toward me. I couldn't dodge and was hurled into a tree. It was Jeff who ran back to save me first. He shouted my name and wept in agony. That's when I realized I had blamed him wrongly. So I jumped onto the hood and licked him awake. The first thing he said was to find Brian. I barked loud enough to draw people over. When I saw someone helping, I felt safe to leave. I knew there was only one place to find Brian. I raced to my own gravestone, and there he was, nearly frozen stiff. I lay over him to keep him warm, but the storm was too fierce, and we were fading fast. Meanwhile, Carol found a drawing in Brian's room, a picture of how much he missed his father. She drove off right away. Finally, she carried Brian into the car. Then she stood before my gravestone, calling me home. But I only scraped away the snow with my paw to reveal the words. At last, she seemed to realize the dog before her was her husband, but I could only turn and leave. Before leaving, I looked back at them one last time, because I knew that only by leaving could they truly move past the sorrow and find happiness again.